About 40,000 students in Britain have been infected with coronavirus while staying in their university towns. Well, there's now concern that many will bring the virus back home during the holidays. Universities are now overseeing an evacuation plan that aims to get people home safely using staggered departure dates. Benji Ha reports from the city of Bath in the southwest of England.
A few months ago, the British government suggested students might have to remain on their campuses over Christmas and miss out on seeing their families. At the time, COVID-19 infection rates around universities were soaring. And even though the virus is less likely to harm young people, the risk of carrying it when travelling was deemed too great. Yet now, as many as 2 million students from the UK will have the chance to make the journey home, such as Tom in his first year at Bath University and his housemate Catherine. Neither had been home since before term began.
When we heard that potentially we might have to stay over Christmas, we all got a bit worried, but we were going to try and make the best out of a bad situation, but now we know we can go home. We were all really happy.
And Catherine is equally excited about the change of scenery.
We've kind of been literally stuck in our rooms. We don't have a living room or anything like that. It's literally just more space and a different environment will be really nice.
Undergraduates in England, like Tom and Catherine, will be allocated departure dates between the 3rd and the 9th of December. This ensures anyone who develops symptoms will still have enough time to isolate before Christmas and limits the chances of the virus being spread to vulnerable relatives. Students are being offered rapid tests and are being strongly advised by universities to travel during the window, though they won't have to get a negative result before setting off. Those who remain here and contract the virus after December 9th will have to quarantine at their term time address, and that means they might not be able to get home in time for Christmas Day. The success of this mass exodus relies on compliance, large-scale testing and the ability of public transport infrastructure to deal with huge surges of demand whilst also maintaining safety. Many coach and train operators are talking to the government and universities about putting on extra services to help cope. This mass movement is no small feat, especially amid a pandemic. One think tank devoted to higher education calls it a mammoth task, yet its policy director thinks that universities will pull it off.
It doesn't really leave a lot of room for error, and I think one of the challenges is that it's been quite late guidance that's been administered to universities, and to some degree we understand why that is, because of course the government are working, plans are changing every day. But I think the challenge for universities is they're having to ramp this up on a timescale of which, is completely enormous compared to anything they've done before.
And this may only be part one. We could see a repeat plan on the other side of the new year in the opposite direction, so that Tom and Catherine can spend next term back here with their closest friends. Benji Ha, CNA, Bath.